Hey guys, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solution, and it's Win Wednesday. Have you ever asked yourselves, why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I still at this job? Or why am I hating my job so bad? Why do we live here where we live? I'd rather be fishing. I'd rather be snowboarding. I'd rather be traveling. What are we doing with our lives? Well, if that's you, then you're no different than anybody else. We all have those questions at times in our lives, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing to take a few moments and meditate about what's going on in your world. So we did the same thing. And in doing so, just like many of you through COVID, we saw some things and questioned some things in our own lives and asked ourselves, what are we doing? And we didn't necessarily like the answers that we had. So we challenged ourselves and said, what would it take to make this different? And would making it different make us happier? The last 6 months, we committed to being in an RV and going all across the USA to get back in touch with our investors like you, as well as other many connections on our teams, real estate brokers, title and escrow teams, property managers, different asset managers, all kinds of people throughout our teams, builders and developers, but they're spread out across the country. And if you were like us, you had Zoom fatigue 1 month into COVID. It was insane, right? So we wanted and knew how important it was to get back together, to get back to one-on-one and having those live, actual interconnections. So that's what we did. We took our business directly to you guys. And in doing so, we've got some amazing opportunities and moments that have not just come up, but experiences that we wouldn't have had. It's encouraged us, it's encouraged others. But in doing so, it also made us stop and think about where are we going and what are we doing? What are we truly trying to accomplish? And it's allowed us some time to answer those questions. Many times I think we get caught up in not allowing ourselves that time. But this has kind of been a very purposeful, eventful journey. So we wanted to share these opportunities with you that you too could see some of them, see some of the fun times and experiences we're having, but also see the benefits that are not just to us, but to others around us when we get back out there and we get back to living and we really thinking and being very purposeful and mindful with every day, not taking it for granted, recognizing that time is short. And the amazing moments and experiences that can create when we do that. Now, think about your business. If you were to do that on an everyday basis, how much more would it encourage your employees? How much more would it encourage other members of your team? How much more would it encourage maybe your spouse or your family members? When we come back to and we become the best us that we can be, it does so much more than just affect our lives. It affects so many others. So one thing that has happened out of COVID was the opportunity to be a little bit more mindful of that, right? But not to step back and go, oh, we can't ever talk to people. We can't ever. It just took on a different form. But in doing so, it meant a learning curve, right? We had to do some things different. So we went one end of the extreme, but you don't have to. Maybe your learning curve is I need to work on a new marketing plan. Maybe your learning curve is I need to refocus because my whole business had to pivot. Where I used to do everything in person, now I need to learn how to do virtual calls and I need to set things up differently. Whatever it is, it took us stepping back. And I'm sure you've had that same thing. So one of the things that we focused on and we looked at is we wanted to create more passive income in our business so that we had the time to do the other things that were more important to us. We like to do disaster recovery. We like to give back through our local churches and helping out in ways and means that we're able to, not just financially, but also physically, hands-on. We like to work with local 501c3s and again, work hands-on, working with people side by side. But to do that, it takes time. So time, right, that normally we're spending making money to survive, right? So we wanted to turn the tables on that and really focus more on having passive income come in so that we didn't have to worry about the financial side of it, and we could give that time back to things that were more important to us. So we decided not to wait until retirement to do that. If that's you and you're interested in learning about how we did this and what we're doing differently and how to make that happen in your situation, then you're going to want to reach out to us today. Click on the link below and we'll get set up a time when we can chat with you, because if everybody's situation is different, but sometimes you can utilize the same tools to achieve the same different goals, and vice versa. Sometimes the goals are the same, but the tools need to be different. So we want to offer our resources to you to be able to make that happen in your life. So if you're interested in learning more about how passive income, you can create passive income in your life and get back more of your time so that the finances are coming in all on their own and you don't have to turn around and keep working for that. And now you have the time for your family or friends or community, whatever it is that you'd rather focus your time on, we'd love to help give that back to you. So click on the link below to download the free PDF worksheet of how you can figure out how to get passive income in your life. When you do, we'll give you the information and help get you started and start walking you through those steps absolutely free. I promise. Just click on the link below and we'll give you the free download, and you're welcome to go through it or give us a call. We'll help walk through it too as well. We'd love to be able to set you guys up with more passive income in your life so that you have the time and energy to do what you're wanting to for your family.